so now we're going to get into the pick a card. So this is how this is going to go. I may post a picture for the time frame where, and I'll probably place a picture in the video just so it can, so you can meditate on it for a certain amount of time. Oh, you don't even need that. You can just close your eyes right this time, and you can just meditate on the cards, and whichever pile you're most drawn to, whichever stone, crystal, or deck of cards you're drawn to, go with your first gut instinct, and you can be also attracted to just one. So if you do feel called to pick another one, then do that as well. But definitely follow your intuition on this, guys. So I'm gonna give you guys a few moments to meditate on the cards. Oh, before I started, this is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Now you can meditate on the cards. Okay guys, so we're going to start with pile number 1. We're going to find out why you've been seeing angel number 611. I'm going to put these over here where they can be out of the way. Pile number 1. Hey guys, how group 1? Okay, so you picked the rose quartz. Okay, you picked the rose quartz crystal, and the rose quartz crystal helps us with our heart chakra, self-love, and it helps us with just the healing of the heart. So maybe you're going through some hard times right now, to the point where it's maybe having something to do with your heart space, maybe a relationship. I don't know yet, but let's see. We're going to hold on for a second. All right, so let's. So the first cards are going to be. Hold on. Hold on for a second. Okay guys, so the first question that is going to be is, what is the basic core reason why you're seeing 611, right? Okay, so this is going to be the first cards that we're gonna get into. We have compromise, shame, new life, and it's crazy because this is shaped like an egg. And it was crazy because I've been talking about this energetic holding space and this cocoon of, and then priorities. Okay, so what I'm seeing so far, there's a certain particular situation that is calling you to compromise with a certain person, within maybe a relationship or within a certain dynamic. Maybe it has something to do with a child. I'm feeling like it could be some type of legal situation, but Spirit is calling you to compromise. There's some new life that wants to come through, but in order for you to do that, you have to release with this I feel like this need to like I don't know, it's just like you having some type of like an inner turmoil about something, but there's like a situation. So this right here, this card is the card of pregnancy, but it's also the card of rebirth and new life. But in order for this new life to come in, you have to prioritize these things that is no longer serving you in your heart space, because these hearts is around here, and I feel like it's something to do with someone that you are having a tug of war with. It could be a legal situation, maybe between you and maybe a person that you had a child with. Or it could just be a certain situation where you're having a lot of conflict, and it's causing you to just lay this to rest. Hold on, let me see. Let me read from the book. So this is what compromise is saying to you. So this is the card of fairness, neutrality, democracy, and concession. So your master teacher is reminding you that nothing is entirely good or bad. Even people that very person has their own version of reality, okay, which may not necessarily agree with yours. So you've been having a little bit of a conflict between maybe someone that you're with, or a family member, or a business, or something going on where it's really is causing you to be unbalanced. Okay, so it says here, instead of arguing with or feeling wronged by those who refuse to submit to your point of view, give up this righteous and rugged demands and broaden your perspective to include the interests of those you struggle with now. So this is and this must be your home life, because you know the number 6. Oh yeah, what's the numbers? So number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, that's number 4. Yes, so stability within the home. And then 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we got 8 here. Strength for this inner turmoil, shame, this thing that you have within you right now. Your guides want to show you just how beautiful, how awesome you truly are, and to see yourself as divine sees you, because this is new life they want to bring into fruition for you. Something that maybe you've been trying to work on for a long time, but you're in this place of rebirth. But you have to release whatever this struggle is with this person, place, or thing. I don't know what it is, but you know what it is. And we have the number 3, which is the number of the ascended masters. So it's like you guys are on a divine path, and it's going to require you to take the high road. I mean, that's never easy, but it's going to require you to take the high road, because you are more advanced on a soul level than others, and therefore you know better than them. So it's like, sometimes it's hard to compromise, you know, but it's something that needs to happen. If it's between a child, it needs to be in the best interest of the child, you know what I'm saying? So if this is between you and a person and a child, like a third party situation, there needs to be some peace coming in, and laying your swords to rest, you know what I'm saying? Finding peace within it. But you need to release this whatever this baggage is, in order for you to walk more freely into this new rebirth, or this new life, or this new chapter that wants to come in for you. Because Divine Mother is, you know, the divine feminine. And divine feminine is everything to do with the woman's body when pregnant, you know what I'm saying? This is also, I feel like, the card of the Empress, you know. So you have some things that want to be birthed from you at this time, and you need to release this low stagnant energy, this stuff that's giving you stress, in order for you to move forward. Okay, all right, so let's see what else the next card. So the next cards that we're going to pull, Okay, so the next card that we're going to pull is going to be the advice from the ancestors, okay? From your ancestors. So let's see what they have to say to you. Oh, wow. The lady. And we was talking about the Empress. You have a lot. Yo, you have a connection. You have a connection with the earth. Ooh, and you have a deep connection with the angelic realms. They want you to know you're not alone. Wow. And the peacemaker, let go of the need to be right. Yes, this compromise situation. Okay, so this right here in this deck, this is kind of like the Empress card. You know, this new life, this idea, project, whatever you've been working on, or even just this new lease on life wants to be birthed through you at this time. But this is your ancestors letting you know that you need to enjoy this growth right now, reap the rewards. But in order for you to reap the rewards, you have to prioritize. You have to release some things that are karmically not serving you. And your guys, they want you to know that you're not alone, guys. Your guardian angels you have some very high vibrational guides, guys, and this is your ancestors. So you have some ancestors that were definitely rooted and connected to the earth very deeply. Maybe definitely has some shamanic or shamans in your bloodline. With this peacemaker here and the buffalo, have some connections with some Native American ancestry. But you also have healers in your family. Your family were healers because of all this green, and you lived from your heart chakra. They lived from their heart chakra, and they were very good at what they did. But they want you to enjoy your life. They want you to reap the rewards to manifest in this life. And they want you to know that you're not alone. So you may see feathers, you may be seeing feathers, or you may be seeing a certain bird. Those are your angels and your ancestors showing that they are with you and that you are not alone, not for a minute. Not for 1 minute. You have a very high, deep connection with the angels and Metatron because of this cube here. He's helping you with these lessons. He's helping everyone in this whole entire, who's ever seen 611 period is definitely being helped by him right now, whether you know it or not. But he wants you to know that you are not alone. They are with you. Your ancestors are with you. And the peacemaker, this Native American ancestor, I feel, is telling you don't. Sometimes, you know, even though you know you're right within the situation, you gotta sometimes take the high road and just to keep the peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more, truth will always reveal itself no matter what. So at the end of the day, you don't need to do anything. You just need to just let go, let these things go, this heaviness go, so that you can walk into this new life, this new abundance that wants to come in. You're about to be rebirthed into the Empress. That is amazing. And no matter your gender, it doesn't matter the gender. It just means that you're going to be very fruitful at that time. Very abundant. And they also want to help you with that. But you have a lot of healers in your family. Wow, definitely, especially with this shaman. Y'all got some. These are the sacred, and the crazy in this deck, they are the sacred ones. You have sacred ancestors. So they came through for you. Okay. Wow. And then, yeah, with these coils here, reminds me of the snake. Same thing, shedding its old skin, renew new life. You know, and then the star, wishes fulfilled, wishes coming to fruition. And you come from the stars. You have a connection with them. Moon, sun, you know. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna go into the next. Okay, so the next card is going to be, you know, how can you basically move on with this situation. Basically, how can you move forward with the number? So we're gonna ask them right now. Hold on, this is the cards. So I pre-shuffled, and these are the cards that came out for you. I'm just trying to make sure y'all see all the cards. So this is what they said on how you can move forward. Wow, emergence. And this is a lot of Empress, and this is crazy because she's like the same thing. You guys, transformation. Yes. See, we got the dragonfly. Dragonflies are symbolic of transformation. By walking into this new life. By change. And after this change, you're gonna come out so balanced. Look at this woman. Look at that. What do you see when you see it? That's gonna be you. Very emotionally balanced and very focused, and knowing their worth and knowing what they bring to the table. Yes, I love it. Okay. So the next cards we're going to be pulling are going to be the archangels that are helping you with this transformation right now. So let's see. Wow, we have Archangel Azrael. And we have Archangel Raguel. Okay. All right. Oh, wow. And wow, it says hello from heaven. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Oh, guys, your ancestors are coming through in this reading, okay? And if you was in the earlier part of the video, I was saying it would be great if you started maybe an ancestral altar. But they want you to know, don't worry about them. They want you to have the best life that you can live right now. And they want you to dream big. They want you to go after your goals, okay? They don't want you to worry. They don't want you to sit there and, they don't want you stressed out, They just want you to be happy. So, yeah, guys. Wow. So I'm going to read from the book to let you know a little bit more about the angels. And then clairsentience. Notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Okay, guys, this is the empath pile. Okay, and with the healers, with the green, it really does make sense because, empaths feel very deeply. You know what I'm saying? And that also comes with protecting our energy around us as well, because we tend to take on so much. So you have to be very, very careful, and very, very open to what's happening, what reoccurring impressions you receive, and they signify divine guidance. That's your psychic ability. That's your intuition speaking to you. Those feelings, those gut feelings, those nudges are all part of your intuition, and they are guidance from your angels, so you need to listen. Okay, so whatever feelings you get, you need to be listening to that. You are becoming very highly sensitive at this time. There has been so many different shifts in this, in this year, also with all the things that's been happening. But yeah, you need to definitely pay attention to the reoccurring impressions that you receive psychically, whether it be a thought or it be a feeling of doing something. Whatever it is, follow it. Okay, so this is the last card, and this is from, this is basically any additional added messages on moving forward and action. And it's the number 9. Yes, you are, like I said, in the new life. It makes sense. You at the end of a cycle. You are moving into a new phase in your life, but it's going to require you to have action moving forward with the change and releasing what no longer serves you. Is this card here is letting you know that right now. Okay. All right, I think I feel like I want to shuffle another card. Okay, let's see. Okay, that came out really fast. Wow, okay. So it says, the purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. Wow, guys. You see this abundance I was talking about? Your abundance will come when you allow this new life to come in, and it's gonna really surprise you. It's gonna really surprise you. Well, okay, guys, I hope that this helped you, group 1. Please leave me a comment in the comment section if this resonated for you. Remember that these are all general readings, so whatever resonates, take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. But let me know in the comment section if this reading resonated for you, or this video resonated for you. It really does help the channel, as well as a good like and subscribe. And if you are interested in a personal reading with me, I will be providing services. I will be linking a email or in my Instagram in the description box if you feel interested and feel called to do a reading with me about angel numbers or any specific number you may be seeing. I can do a reading about that. Okay, guys, so have a great day. Goodbye. Hello, group 2. So you picked amethyst. So the amethyst helps us with our intuition, our brow chakra, as well as listening to our inner voice. So maybe you guys, this group maybe definitely have some heightened intuition happening going on, but also it could be maybe you guys are maybe struggling with listening to your intuition. Let's see. So the first card is going to be what is the core reason why you're seeing this number. So we're gonna go into it. Oops. So we got judgment, we got solitude, and we got survival. Wow, heavy energies already. Okay, so there's a lot going on with this group. Okay, you got higher self twice. So like I said, higher self, intuition. Okay. All right. Hold on for a second, guys. So, judgment. There might be some legal situations going on, some arguments, some combating with another person, because of this. You see, the card itself is just really like people shouting at each other and just not coming to any type of resolution of understanding whatsoever. And then we have the solitude. So you need to ground yourself to Mother Earth. You need to take the time. And then we have the number 4, 1, 4, and the number 11. So, wow. So basically the message in this card is talking about discernment, and also it's talking about it's something about your emotions getting really okay. So we're gonna read from the book. Let's see what this says. Okay. So it says, this isn't a time to act under imagined sense of urgency. Keep your emotions from running away with you. Turn to your higher self and engage your power of reason, and trust the inclinations to step away from the drama. So yes, there's some drama going on. Maybe some situations where there's a lot of arguments between you, a significant other, family member, or something else, and it's really it's taking you to a place where you are becoming you needing to have solitude, because you seem like you came through like a situation has happened where you where it just came out of nowhere, and it kind of like shook you, and it's like to the point where, you know, you feel very vulnerable and like just thrown out there, and you don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe you lost a job, maybe you lost and it's causing a lot of conflict in the home, but it's like this situation has put you in a place where you feeling very vulnerable and not feeling very secure in yourself and listening to yourself. Okay, hold on, let me think a little bit more. Let me mull this over. So it's something about, something is going on where it's like really a lot of conflict, and it's causing you to really take some time to just discern the situation and gather all the facts and have this moment of to yourself to really mellow everything over and really connect it to your higher self. A situation has happened where it's really pushed you into a place where you feel like you're surrounded by sharks. Like literally you feel like you have no safety, no security at this time, and especially with everything that's happening around the world right now. You know, a lot of people are losing a lot. They're losing their jobs, their businesses, they're losing a lot of things, their homes. So, you know, maybe certain situations has gotten you to a place where you're in a rough spot, you know, and Spirit is basically telling you here that you need time to recoup. Your angels are covering you right now and wanting to see how these hands are coming out. They are covering you and letting you know you can rest at this time. You can let this dark, these heavy energies go. You're covered by Spirit, and anything and everything that you need will be provided for in divine timing. But you have to trust and have faith and believe and have strength within yourself to know that everything will be all right. This is why you have to connect to your higher self, because your higher self will tell you what you need to do. And you maybe need to go out under a tree, and you need to meditate outside. But I'm going to read a little bit of what it says about the survival, because the survival is really, really sticking out to me. Or maybe I should do solitude. Let's see which one. Oh, yeah, here it goes. All right, so it's saying endurance. So you have been going through a lot for a long time now, and you have been enduring it all, taking all the, you know, whatever crap is going on. And this is a time when your guys want you to rest. They want you to have this solitude for yourself and allow yourself, give yourself the permission and create the space of solitude. If you don't have your own place, or it could be anything, you can find a way. You can go into the bathroom, in the shower. You can go just to walk in the park, around the block, whichever way you need, but you need to connect deeply to Mother Earth right now so you can ground yourself in your energy and get out of this whole combating energy here. Your higher self will lead you what you need to do. So this is what the survival says. Your guys are surrounding you with loving embrace. This momentary injured spirit, you're a momentary injured spirit. So you really did endure something really heavy that you shook your soul, and you just didn't know why, you know. And it was deep and heavy. It's saying here, it says that it says betrayals, attacks, or injuries you suffered, whether they were through the unconscious behavior of others, and it could be this little combating situation, maybe a court situation between somebody, or it's just arguments between you and a significant other where I don't see eye to eye, or family members or friends, or maybe even a job that you're just not, you know, you're not feeling very safe about anymore like you used to. But it's something here. It says here, it's difficult. Okay. Basically, whether they were through the unconscious behavior of others or through your misunderstandings or poor choices, they have left you physically wounded and fragile. Yes, exactly. You're feeling very vulnerable, like the skin has been ripped off of you or something. And the only way to do so is to stop blaming yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. It is no wonder your guard is up. Yes, the guard. Yeah, the guard is up in this combating thing here. I don't know why. It was crazy because group 1 kind of had a situation too where it was like some arguments going on or something that's causing, I don't know, maybe you might have been, if you was attracted to group 1, you should go to that one too. It's kind of similar a little bit, but it's saying, but it's a little different. Well, it's basically saying the same thing. Yeah. So basically, it's saying, it's no wonder your guard is up. It's difficult to trust even yourself at this time. See, this is the higher self. You need to have solitude to trust your intuition. I felt that when I was with the stone, that you're not trusting it. And the only way to do so is to stop. Look, it's difficult to trust even yourself at this time, but you must. And the only way to do so is to stop blaming yourself and others for what has occurred. And remember what I said before and early in the video, you're very sensitive. So you're gonna run these things over and over again in your mind, and it's going to trap you in this place of just dark depression, of just not good feelings at all. Okay? They want to bring you out of this. They want to bring you out of this needing this feeling that you have. Okay. And the only way, okay, it says, for what has occurred, and forgive all the way around. Learn from your experiences. Strengthen your boundaries and judgment. So maybe someone betrayed you, like this argument. Maybe it was in a relationship. Maybe they showed you their true colors, or somebody really showed you their ass, and you just like, wow, I feel probably a situation real bad, and I'm so sorry you guys had to go through all of this. This is not really, you know, you need to be here. This is where you need to be, so you can hear your higher self. You shouldn't be here or here. You need to be here. Okay. So it says here, it's a forgivable. Learn from your experiences and strengthen your boundaries and judgment. So a relationship didn't turn out the way you planned. Some of you, all human beings make grave and sometimes terrible mistakes. It's not your fault that you feel violated. Somebody did something to you. Yeah, it really did shake you, and it really surprised the hell out of you too. I can just feel your frustration at that moment of whatever it is. I could just feel it because it's got me tapping like, you know. This is why you need to take this time here. You have such an anxious energy right now. I feel it. It's so crazy. Okay. You need to find time of solitude. Okay. You have to listen to yourself. And I know it's so hard to listen to yourself when you don't know where to start. Listening to yourself is just anything. When you knew, like, say, all right, let's say like this. How can I say this with in the most basically following your intuition is just following whatever your gut tells you at that present moment when it's happening. Follow whatever you feel drawn to, attracted to. Start with that. Yourself knows exactly what you need. You know exactly what you need. So it says, it's not your fault that you will feel violated. It's a lesson to learn from. Nor is it weak to acknowledge that you've been hurt. Denial may serve you in the midst of crisis, but it only handicaps you if you stay mirrored in it. Admit to your injuries and disappointments and allow the nurturing forces of your healer guides to step in now. They are able to soothe your soul and revive your aura with their loving light. This is what I'm talking about here. With their loving light and nurturing forces. Trust their influences by dropping your defenses and acknowledge your wounds. They urge you to seek support from capable, caring professionals who can help you learn from these disturbing experiences and show you how to prevent from them occurring again. The message, the danger has passed, which is this energy has passed. You are safe now. This is why this is all in the mental and emotional body. The anger has passed. You are safe. It is time now to heal and learn from your experience. So this is maybe a karmic situation happened, and it really hurts you guys. And I'm so sorry that you guys had to go through that. It's really unfortunate, but your guides want to come in and help you heal and move past these limitations that are blocking you from listening to your higher self by following your intuition and listening to your gut feelings and nudges and following the synchronicities. Synchronicities as well are all ways of letting you know your intuition is growing and you need to listen to it even more. Okay, so the next card is going to be about your ancestors. It's going to be messages from your ancestors. Wow, okay. So be brave and honest with yourself about a situation. Be brave enough to admit that a situation happened to you, and that alone creates the energetic holding space of healing. It's time for you to also stand up and know what you are willing to accept from other people and know your true worth. Because you are a rose. You see these roses around him? You're a beautiful soul. You're a beautiful soul. Wow, and we have the Hermit here, retreat and recharge, and it's right here on the solitude. So guys, these are the sacred ancestors, the sacred ones. So you have some warrior ancestors, okay? They were warriors, okay? You have some ancestors, maybe a father figure or a family member was in the military. They're coming through with this card. They're trying to get you to remember that same energy of being brave. You have that same capacity and strength within you. You also have the ancestor of the Hermit, which is a very wise, very quiet, but wise soul, and they go within to receive the answers that they need. Okay, you need to retreat. You need to surrender yourself to the divine and connect deeply to Mother Earth at this time. Okay. All right, so so the next card is going to be, how can you move forward? Basically, how can you move forward? So we have channel your knowledge. See, this has everything to do with your intuition. You have so much knowledge embedded in your soul, but it's going to take time for you to get quiet and to listen to yourself. They want, and it's the number 8 as well, critical judgment. We got judgment again. This is crazy. Yeah, guys, you have some knowledge or some type of information that wants to come through you, and maybe writing it down, using a journal, I feel, to get these feelings out that you may not have admitted to yourself. Okay, You may not have admitted it to yourself. Wow. Channel your knowledge. Understand what lessons you learned from the situation. A review. That's what I'm feeling with this. We got the stillness. Yo, this is crazy. We have the solitude and we have stillness. And then the hermit was underneath the solitude, but I moved it over here. But this was all retreat. Stillness. It's a time of stillness. You need to write. You need to journal. You need to work out your feelings about this karmic situation that may have happened, or such court situation you may be going through right now. But it's a situation that you need to really review because it has very, very important nuggets for you to move forward with. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, volcano. Wow, volcanoes are, let me see what because these are new decks. Let me see what the book has to say about this card, volcano, because volcano is a very okay, so for me, I'm already feeling like emotion, passion, or certain things that you need to release. It needs to come out of you. It needs to come out of you with this writing. So it says here, it says Pele is the goddess who lives on the big island of Hawaii. Dwelling there, the craters of the active volcano, she's considered passionate, volatile, and is perhaps the best known of the Hawaiian deities. Since 1983, she has been sending ribbons of lava down the mountainside and into the sea, thereby creating new land. And in this image, we see her in a spewing fire of the volcano. In ancient Hawaiian chants, Pele is described she who shapes the sacred land and is a significant and powerful goddess being in her periodic eruptions. That new earth is formed and she is resulting lava. As the resulting lava merges with her sister, the goddess of the sea. So it says this is a particularly volatile time for you, expecting changes sometimes quite sudden and dramatic. And this is the same thing with this survival thing. It's a whole different deck talking about it. It says sometimes quite sudden or dramatic or occurring changes in some way that you have absolutely no control over. These occurrences may be powerful as to shake you up into what you formerly thought of as a foundation of your security. They may even cause you to assess the direction of your life and taking to question some of the relationships. Yeah, this is a relationship situation, and to reevaluate with this pen the work you have chosen. Although these events may rock your world, know that spirit is guiding force behind them. It is a matter of finding your trust that life knows what it is doing in the midst of these storms of change. It also requires you to make adjustments quickly. And then I tell you before, the number was talking about adjustments quickly, and to most cling adjustments quickly, and to cling to what was, and to not cling to what was, but instead move forward and welcome with your arms wide open what is yet to come, and all from a place of being present in this moment. And I was talking about presence earlier in the video. It's crazy. You truly have nothing to fear. So guys, yes, you need to meditate and create a space for yourself. Allow yourself to have time for yourself. Write your feelings, write your emotions. It will give you strength, because 8 is strength. Okay, is also a number of abundance. So guys, definitely to create this time of solitude. It may be still, it may not be nothing happening, but this is the time for you, giving you the time to heal through and understand what has happened. Okay, all right guys, so I hope this video has helped you. As I said before, these readings are general, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Let me know in the comment section if it resonates, and if you wanted to book a personal reading with me, I will be leaving my Instagram as well as emails to those who want to have a reading on a specific angel number that they are seeing. Okay guys, with further ado, I hope you guys have a great day and great week. God bless. Hey guys, hey group 3. Last but not least, okay. So you picked the clear quartz. Maybe you're seeking some clarity, you know, but definitely let's see what your oracle cards has to say. So the first cards that we are going to be pulling are going to be the core reason on why you're seeing this number. So you got physical body, and you got intuition, and you got intuition, and you got intuition. You have intuition. Wow. Okay. All right. So off the back, I see that you guys are really starting to see a lot of synchronicities out here. Y'all guys, first, that's what I want to say first, because you guys, your intuition is becoming very heightened. You are receiving downloads through your crown chakra, but I feel like, yes, I feel like you're really having a lot of changes happening with the phases of the moon, and you are very much connected to Earth. But this card with Gaia, you have a very close connection with the Earth, and you need to really realize this connection. What she is coming in to tell you right now, she's coming in to tell you that you need to pay attention to your physical body. You need to take the time to take care of yourself. Don't live too much in your headspace with neglecting your physical body. Fill your body with healthy foods, with proper diet and water, and just taking care of yourself. Don't neglect the basic things that you need in order for you to be at your optimum. You understand? You need to pay attention. See, you got the fruits and vegetables here at the bottom, so you need to pay attention to what's going on with your diet. Maybe you're having certain situations happen with your physical body. Maybe I'm hoping that that's not what's going on. Maybe you're going through some medical issues, but they want you to pay very much close attention, especially during this time frame, what's happening around the world. It's a good time to start exercising, taking care of yourself, picking out what figuring out what you're trying to eat, what you're not trying to eat. Really pay attention to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Really try to take on, the responsibility of taking care of yourself, and really, just making more healthier choices. Maybe you're seeing more repetitive birds, animals. You're starting to see symbols maybe in the sky, in nature. But it's very much, you are becoming very, very sensitive and highly intuitive at this time. You are connecting with your inner child, and you are coming into a place, I feel like you're walking into a place of happiness. But to feel more at your optimum, you need to take care of your physical body, doing yoga, exercise, eating right, properly. This time frame has really taken me to a place where I myself needed to take my health to a different level, as far as not eating certain things anymore, and really choosing to take the more healthier approach. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that may be for you. It don't have to be drastic like everybody else, but just a few steps a day makes a world of a difference. Okay. All right, we're gonna get into the second card. So the second cards are messages from your ancestors. Wow. Okay, stand your ground. Whoa. So you have some ancestors that were definitely very much grounded people. Also, you this card right here, Father in the Sky, you also have a deep connection with not only Mother Earth, but you also have a deep connection with Father Sky, which is the Native American word for God. So you also have a very deep connection with source, with God, with the earth, and you need to really see this connection. Also, this card is also talking about maybe a father figure coming through, letting you know to trust in the unknown, trust in the things so maybe it's becoming hard for you to trust what you don't know or don't see, and they want you to understand, like, they want you to trust in what you don't see and know, because so much is in store for the unknown. Mountains are very, very sacred. They reach up high to Father Sky, and it reaches down low into Mother Earth. So your ancestors were very connected with Mother Earth and Father God. Okay? And this is a very much a confirmation of the strength that you have within yourself. You don't know how strong your soul is, but you are a very strong soul. You also have deep embedded roots within Mother Earth. That makes you a grounded person. You may even be a earth sign, which would be a Taurus, Libra, a Taurus, Capricorn, or what's the other one? Virgo. That's just extra. You don't have to be. You could be Sun, Moon, or Rising. It doesn't. But I'm just saying you have a deep, deep connection with the earth, and they want you to stand your ground. They want you to know your connection. They want you to trust in the unknown and the messages they've been sending you. They want you to trust your intuition. Pay attention to your physical body. Don't just stay here too long. Be here too. Integrate. Okay, so how can you move forward? Movement. Wow, river. Okay. Exercise, I feel. Exercise, guys. Travel. Like I said, movement, travel, astral travel. This is so being very cautious of what you're putting into your body. So, and this is the number 3, mind, body, and spirit. Being very much balanced within mind, body, and spirit. Caution is needed. Making the proper choices and what you are going to fill your body up with. Movement. You need to exercise. Okay, so what archangels are helping you with this at this time? Wow, outdoors. And it's crazy because the physical body, and this is Mother Earth. So you need to be outside. If anybody needs to be outside, you need to be outside. You need to be that person that's meditating under a tree in nature. It says here, go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new and creative ideas. So if you're feeling stuck about something, the best way to get yourself out of that rut is to go into nature and meditate and just be there now. You know what I'm saying? You have an innate gift of just knowing certain things. Like I said before, the divine, God channels divine messages to you, downloads it to you through your knowing, and you just know certain things that you just have access to certain higher knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Or you can, if you was to connect more to the roots of the earth and your intuition and listening to your inner child, for those who aren't in this space yet. Pay attention to your thoughts, ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Yes, your knowings, your gifts come in as knowings. It's like things that you just know is gonna happen, or all right, have you ever had this situation where you just don't, all right, because what happens with me is like, this is how it manifests for me. Like, if there's certain situations where people will ask me about a question about something, and I really don't have that much experience in it, but for some reason I tend to just know the right answer, and I say it, and it's exactly what it's supposed to be, and I don't even know how I know. You understand? It's just, you just know. It's just, you just know. So you just have that gift, and you have to follow your intuition. You have to listen to the thoughts that come, because your guidance comes through your thoughts. It comes through the ideas you get. That's how they're guiding you. So listen to them. Those are your answered prayers. Okay, guys, with further ado, I hope you guys have a great day and great week. God bless.